Chatting to us on the air right now, Jason Hamilton, who is a lecturer in corporate and development finance at the University of Stellenbosch's Business School. Also a director at First River Capital, joining me on the line. Jason, good afternoon and welcome to Good Hope FM.
Good afternoon.
How are you this afternoon? Are you in lockdown as well?
We're all in lockdown, and I do hope I see you're talking about inspirational messages. So
yes.
I hope I'm going to try and find some good news out of all this turmoil.
Please do, because I think right now we're seeing a shift in the world and how the world deals with this pandemic. Consumers, businesses' behavior is changing. There's remote working. We're working from home, and it's changed everything in the business sphere. But let's talk about how COVID-19 will change the world of business as we see it.
I think for me, there's something we have to note, specifically on that point about behavior changing, in that this is one of the first, in my mind, probably one of the only crises which is truly something global.
Yeah.
And I think we've seen that play out, obviously, in South Africa as well, where we've got the public, we've got employees, we've got public-private sector all working together towards getting us out of it. So I think there already we've got something of a unity forming, which obviously puts us in a very strong position going forward. I think from an economic point of view, yes, we're already a country under severe pressure from an economic growth, etc. point of view. And this is definitely going to make that worse. I think in our defense, though, is if we look at the budget that was put forward in Feb, which obviously now has to likely be relooked. Mm-hmm. There's a very clear path about over the next 3 to 5 years how we were going to claw our way back. And I think that plan probably still remains to a big degree. It's just a question of now being stretched a bit longer. I do also think that after this 21-day lockdown, we are going to see companies emerge from this, and individuals with much higher debt levels than before, which obviously also then has a knock-on effect. Yeah. But I think there's hope in that there can be and there is action that we can take now and over the next 6 to 12 to 24 months, which can, I think, position us for a very strong recovery over time.
You know what, that word hope, Jason, I hold on to that word with both hands. I know. I think we all know that, the virus has hit the global economy very, very badly. South Africa as well. We've now, we're junk status, unfortunately. Do you think, touching on what you said, that word hope, that at the end of all of this, that it will be possible for us to rebuild and produce something even better?
I think one, we don't have a choice. We have to. I think there's no other option but we have to, which I think already focuses the mind and the effort. I think also as a country, we've come through a hell of a lot. We've come through what also people in recent history that we can touch on our more longer term history. But if you look at our recent history, the last 10 years, we've referred to it as the lost years. So I think if we look at that and how we've emerged from that, we've come through a lot as a nation. So I think from that point of view, yes, we can emerge from this, but it's going to take a concerted effort from everyone. I also think if we look at the Moody's downgrade, psychologically it's a bad thing to happen. Yeah. Obviously, it also being downgraded will make government debt more expensive, so it gives them less manoeuvring space to stimulate the economy. But I also think there's also elements of that has been priced in for a while. Now, this is not a positive thing, but I think Standard & Poor's and Fitch has downgraded SA in 2017 already. Yeah. So Moody's was the last one to do that. So I think there's I don't want to quite say it, but I don't want to discount the Moody's downgrade because it is a significant thing. But we've been dealing with this environment for a while. So I think even on that, there's a bit of we can buckle down and fight going forward.
Absolutely. And South Africans are a resilient people, and we can definitely get ourselves or fight to get ourselves out of this place. Jason, any words of encouragement for those at home right now who might be feeling a little bit of anxiety with regards to everything that's happening, the world that's changing, their lives that's changing? Do you have any words of encouragement for our listeners?
I think to that point of South Africa is a resilient and fighting nation. So I think from that point of view, we've done a lot of right things already, and government acted actually very quickly. So I think we can take solace in that fact. I also think that we've got a lot of things going for us as well, and because we are dealing with a global pandemic, I think this does give us the chance to reset things and structure ourselves correctly for, let's call it, the next 10 years. And because it's a global issue now being faced, I almost want to say everybody's in a similar boat, which gives us, I don't want to say necessarily a level playing field in this environment, but gives us the chance to emerge from this very differently than what we were going into it.
Jason, thank you so much for those words of encouragement. And of course, thank you. I know that everybody at home is just looking for hope, and you've definitely given us some of that as well. And hopefully we can catch up with you at a later stage. Only day 6 of the lockdown. Let's all just stay positive. Yes. Thank you so much, Jason.
No problem.
Well, there we go. Jason Hamilton, lecturer in corporate and development.